What's up, developers? Are you still writing code line by line like it's 2015? Well, buckle up because I'm about to show you some mind-blowing GitHub Copilot hacks that will make you feel like you have superpowers. I'm talking about techniques that can cut your coding time in half, help you write cleaner code, and honestly make programming fun again. Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting your coding journey, these hacks are going to change everything about how you approach development. So grab your favorite energy drink, fire up your IDE, and let's turn you into a GitHub Copilot wizard. Here's something that might shock you. Studies show that developers spend only about 30% of their time actually writing new code. The rest? Debugging, researching, and copying code from Stack Overflow. Sound familiar? But here's the game changer. GitHub Copilot isn't just an autocomplete tool. It's like having a senior developer sitting right next to you, helping you think through problems, suggesting better approaches, and even catching potential bugs before they happen. Most developers are using Copilot like a fancy autocomplete, but today I'm going to show you how to unlock its true potential. By the end of this video, you'll be coding faster and smarter than you ever thought possible. Let's start with the most powerful technique that will completely change how you code: comment-driven development. Instead of jumping straight into writing code, start by writing detailed comments about what you want to accomplish. Watch this magic happen. Create a function that validates user email addresses. Should check for proper format, domain existence. Return true if valid, false if invalid. Handle edge cases like empty strings and null values. Ta-da! Copilot will generate the entire function based on your comments. But here's where it gets really interesting. You can get increasingly specific. Create a REST API endpoint for user authentication. Use Express with JWT tokens. Include rate limiting to prevent brute force attacks. Hash passwords using bcrypt. Return appropriate HTTP status codes. Boom! Watch Copilot build a production-ready endpoint. The more descriptive your comments, the better the code. It's like having a conversation with an expert developer who understands exactly what you need. Quick challenge for you. Pause this video, try this technique with your current project, and let me know in the comments what Copilot generated for you. I bet it'll surprise you. The example pattern technique. This next hack is absolutely brilliant, teaching Copilot through examples. Instead of explaining what you want, show Copilot a pattern and let it continue. Here's how it works. Your coding style and preferences from the examples you provide. It's like training your own personal coding assistant. The multi-language translator. Here's something that blew my mind when I discovered it. Copilot is an incredible translator between programming languages. Let's say you found a perfect Python solution, but you're working in JavaScript. Python code you want to convert? Now just write a comment in your JavaScript file. Convert the Python Fibonacci function from multilang.py and convert it to JavaScript. Use arrow function syntax and modern ES6 features. But it gets even better. You can ask for optimizations during translation. Make it iterative instead of recursive for better performance. Add input validation and error handling. This works between any languages, Python to Java, JavaScript to Go, C++ to Rust. It's like having a polyglot developer on your team who speaks every programming language fluently. Drop a comment below and tell me what language combination you'd like to see Copilot translate. I'm curious about your most challenging language switches. The test-first development. This hack will make you a better developer while speeding up your workflow, using Copilot for test-driven development. Here's the secret. Write your test cases first and let Copilot help you implement the actual function. Check this out. Write your tests first. Now, implement the function generate complete test suite for user registration function. Copilot will generate code that passes all your tests, including test, valid user registration, test, duplicate email handling, test, Invalid email formats. Test. Password strength requirements. Test. SQL injection prevention. This approach forces you to think about edge cases up front and results in more robust, well-tested code. Plus, Copilot often suggests test cases you might have missed. The Debugging Detective. Bug. This function sometimes returns undefined. This hack turns Copilot into your debugging partner, and it's incredibly powerful. When you're stuck with a bug, don't just stare at the code. Use Copilot to help you think through the problem. Another example of debugging. If you add debugging comments to the function and let Copilot suggest fixes, add null checks and error handling, validate input parameter, handle case when get users fails, add logging for debugging, Copilot will suggest a more robust version. You can also ask Copilot to explain confusing code like regex pattern. Explain what this complex regex does step by step. Copilot will break down the regex pattern for you. And here's a pro tip. Use Copilot to generate error messages that actually help. Generate helpful error messages for common scenarios. Wow, see the magic. The Refactoring Wizard. This final hack is my personal favorite. Using Copilot to refactor and modernize legacy code. Got some old messy code that works but is hard to maintain? Let Copilot help you clean it up. Add the comments. Refactor to modern JavaScript with functional programming. Use arrow functions, destructuring, and array methods. Add type safety and better error handling. And Copilot will suggest a clean, modern version. You can also ask for specific improvements. Add the comments. Refactor this function to use async await instead of callbacks. Add proper error handling and logging. Make it more memory efficient for large datasets. Follow PEP 8 style guidelines. The cool thing is that Copilot doesn't just rewrite your code. It teaches you better patterns and modern best practices along the way. Bonus tip? Here's a bonus hack that's worth its weight in gold. The documentation generator. Copilot can generate comprehensive documentation for your code. Ask Copilot to generate detailed docstring, include parameter descriptions, return values, example at complexity analysis, and usage notes. You can even generate README files. There you have it, 6 powerful GitHub Copilot hacks that will transform your coding experience. Remember, the key is to think of Copilot not as a code generator, but as your intelligent coding partner. Start with just one technique this week. I'd recommend beginning with comment-driven development. It's the easiest to implement and has the biggest immediate impact. Here's my challenge for you. Try one of these hacks on your current project and share your results in the comments. I want to see what amazing code Copilot helps you create. And if you discovered any cool tricks of your own, drop those in the comments too. I love learning new techniques from the community. Productivity content, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future hacks. Until next time, keep coding smart, not hard. And remember, with the right techniques, you and Copilot make an unstoppable team.